What's up guys, Speqtor here. So I am joined today by my buddy Easton. He doesn't do YouTube or anything. In fact, he barely knows anything about Pokemon except for Gens 1 and 2, which is awesome because today we're going to be doing a video inspired by a video that my buddy Munching Orange did. Well, not buddy, he's more like an acquaintance because I only met him at PAX. But he did this video with attacking toucans where basically he described later generation Pokemon to his friend that didn't know much about Pokemon and then had them draw it just by what he described. So we're gonna do that today, but I took suggestions on Twitter, which I might put in the video. I don't know, probably not. I'm fucking lazy when it comes to editing. So without further ado, I think we should just get started.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Oh yeah, by the way, there's a twist. We're gonna be drinking beer. Okay, your first Pokemon is Behem. Just from the name, what type do you think it is?
Grass?
No, it's a psychic type.
Oh, I was close.
Okay, so it's kind of like an alien. Its head kind of looks like a bell, sort of. Kind of like you took a bell made of silly putty, then squeezed it in the middle. So do with that what you will.
Okay.
Okay. It's also got like a Y on its forehead, sort of like a Y. It's kind of like an M almost though. Cleavage, something like that. Its eyes kind of like make a figure 8. Sort of like it's wearing some shitty sunglasses. Then it kind of looks like it's got a cloak almost, but it's like he's wearing it backwards almost.
With a little hood here. Look at me, I'm a dumbass. I got my shirt on backwards.
I got my shirt on backwards. And then he's got like, I think there are like 4 balls or buttons on the front. I don't know. Okay. He's got these two little feet that stick out the bottom of his cloak or whatever, and he's kind of like he's wearing like a towel around his neck, like he just worked out or something. And then he's got these kind of round-ish arms with like 3 balls that are supposed to function as fingers at the end. They come out and form like a club shape almost.
Well, he's getting fucking dog paws.
Dog paws.
He's getting dog
that
paws.
Works. Okay, yeah, I think that's about all there is to describe about him. So this is Behem.
That was close.
You're kind of close. Yeah, a little bit.
He doesn't have testicles on his chest, but
yeah,
testicles for nipples actually.
Testicle nipples. It's pretty close.
Yeah,
pretty close. Okay, cool.
That wasn't too bad.
That wasn't too bad. By the way, that suggestion came from at Young Qsitter. I think that's how you say it. So okay, this suggestion comes from Video Game E45. I think that's how you say it. This Pokemon is called Palkia. Just from the name, what type do you think it would be?
Ice.
Water,
whatever the
water is right.
Whatever they have anymore. I don't know what they add shit. I'm lost.
I mean, since you played, they've only added the Dark Steel and Fairy types.
Okay,
so,
well, see.
Not too much.
Okay.
You got the water part right. It's actually a water dragon, or dragon water, I think, is technically the combination. This is a little hard to describe. His head kind of looks like a penis.
Gotcha.
But, like, without a super prominent penis head and a mohawk.
Well, that's I heard dragon, so we're gonna draw a dragon.
We're just gonna draw a dragon.
And what was it? He's got a mohawk?
You kind of got like a mohawk, kind of like a metal mohawk of sorts. Almost like he took a Trojan helmet and stretched it out a lot. Okay, so then at the base of his penis neck, he's got like these shoulder things that kind of look like donuts, like a peppermint and a donut had a baby. And then from those little shoulder things, he's got these little sort of triangular arms that kind of look like duck feet, like backwards duck feet or something. From like behind his shoulder thingies, he's got wings that look mechanical, like they kind of look like someone just glued some fan blades to his back. He stands on 2 feet, by the way, so it kind of comes down to like very thick ass. He's thick as fuck. He's got them thick thighs. Ooh, that's what I like to see. Hey, he's got a booty too. Oh my god.
You said he was thick, so.
Damn, boy. And he's got these like big ass feet that kind of just look like someone grabbed Play-Doh and pinched and pulled. And then of course he's just got the generic spikeless dragon tail coming off of him. Or whatever. Alright, so this is Palkia.
Okay, well, see, that's pretty close.
That's actually pretty close, honestly. Let's compare them side by side in the editing, later on. Honestly, they didn't turn out too bad. Okay, so this suggestion comes from Wade Silvershow, aka Silverslasher. He's my homeboy. This Pokemon's name is Bisharp. It's based on a bishop, and from that, what type do you think it would be?
Going fairy.
Fairy. Actually, no, it is a dark steel type.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Okay, so just as a whole, he kind of looks like Hitler and a samurai.
Don't say anymore.
Had a baby, but like with horse feet. So he's got like a helmet that kind of looks like a biker helmet with an axe coming off the top. You're just drawing Hitler. We'll work with it.
A helmet with what? A battle axe coming off the top?
Yeah, kind of like a battle axe on it. He's got a very angry expression too. Okay, so then like his body kind of comes down into like a pretty skinny body, honestly. And then he's got just these massive fucking thighs, like he's wearing poof pants, like MC Hammer pants or whatever. And then they kind of move into like these sort of horse feet hoof things.
The old cloven hooves.
Yeah, pretty much. He looks like Mr. Tumnus, but like
really,
like Terminator Tumnus.
He's like a Semitic Tumnus. I don't know.
Jesus Christ. Okay, and then...
Does he have arms?
Yeah, he does. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Well, don't worry. So, like, around his waist, he has 2 battle axes, pretty much. They're kind of like 2 crescent moon blades. And then he's got, like, these very froofy shoulder pads, almost like a football player, sort of. And from those little shoulder pad thingies, he's got these tiny, scrawny arms that come into big hands that look like spaceships, with, like, blades coming off of those hand
Jesus
things.
That's a lot.
Yeah, he's pretty complex. Oh my god, it's awesome. Honestly, it's not really that far off though.
if they're making Pokemon look like that now, I don't want to be a part of the new generation. All right, I'm okay with sticking.
It's not as bad, but I think that's pretty much. That pretty much covers everything, I think. So this is Bisharp.
Okay.
He's a lot cooler than what I could describe.
That's
but
unfortunately not that far off.
So you can tell the inspiration from like a bishop chess piece, right?
I'm assuming you got the Hitler thing from that.
And the fact that he's really fucking angry.
Yeah, I hear he was an angry man.
Hitler? Yeah, no, he was pissed off all the time.
Did something about it, I don't know what.
This should be interesting. Okay, this suggestion comes from @thehylian Wookie. Star Wars fan right here. He's gonna like this. Yeah. This Pokemon's name is Drapion. If you were gonna guess a type, what would it be?
Water dragon.
Water dragon. No. It is a poison and dark type.
I was close.
It's based on a scorpion, but it's a little weird. Okay, so it's got the normal scorpion body or whatever, with like 4. It's kind of fat in the main body. It's got 4 little fat legs that come off of it. They have little points at the end of it. It's got these cute little toes or whatever. So the tail comes off, and it's like a bunch of segmented, like, Hershey Kisses, almost. There's, like, 4 or 5 of them or something, and they come out to this pincher more than it is like a stinger. It looks kind of like a little bull's head at the end of his tail.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a little weird.
I heard Hershey Kisses, so I started to draw a Hershey Kiss at the end, and now we've got this thing. But we will put a bull's head up here.
Alright.
We'll keep it going.
Keep it going. Fuck it. You're just straight up drawing a bull. It's actually not a bad bull, to be honest. Oh, he's cute.
He's adorable.
Right. He's adorable. Okay, so then... he has a neck that comes up to a head. It kind of just looks like, it's segmented. It looks like he's got a bunch of balls that make up his neck. And then it comes up to his head with a nice, spiky toothed mouth of his mouth.
I feel like he should have horns, so I'm gonna give him horns.
He does have 1 horn.
Okay, well, now he's got 2.
He's got 2. Well, he's got, like, 2 sort of horn nostril things, too, so... I mean, it's pretty close. But yeah, then he's got like, sort of like tusks almost that come out the side of his mouth. And then he's got very angry eyes on each side of his head. And then from the side of his head are his arms that come out.
Jesus, he is an accident.
Yeah, he's pretty complex. Again, it's kind of like the segmented Hershey's Kisses that lead out to 2 bullheads. What are you doing? Kill me. Honestly, that's actually... It's seriously not that far off, which is kind of sad.
You know, guys at fucking Pokemon and Nintendo are just sitting around, I don't know, to start naming stuff off.
Fuck it. They got all these Legos.
They're gonna buy it, you know they are.
Fucking kids, dude. Okay, so that's Drapion. Again, a lot cooler than I could describe, but...
That tail is not that far off.
It really isn't. Oh my god, dude. That's awesome. Refreshing. This video is sponsored by Budweiser, except it's not, unless you guys want to hook me up. I do drink a lot of beer, so...
I drink a lot of Budweiser.
Hey-wee. Okay, this suggestion comes from @Jalen Diaz, something like that. This Pokemon's name is Sigilif. Don't even want to guess. It's a psychic and flying type.
Sigil. Okay, I guess from lift maybe. No,
it's based on sort of like hieroglyphs and these things called the Nazca lines. You know those weird lines that you can see from space and they draw animals or whatever in the ground? It's based on those. It's pretty fucking weird. So this is gonna be really.
It sounds like a ripoff of the Unknown.
There's like theories that it's like some evolved form of the Unknown or something. It's weird. Okay, so this Pokemon has like a clay pot as part of its main body. It's kind of like decorated like an Easter egg with 2 eyes in the middle. Do what you will in terms of an Easter egg, I guess. Is it an upside down cross? Okay, so then at the kind of coming off the bottom are these 2 little spikes kind of on the side, but like he's also got a tail that comes off the very bottom middle, so something like that. The tail is pretty much just a fork. Okay, so then he's got
like a vase with a face with a fork stuck up its ass.
It gets weirder.
Okay.
He's got 3 prong forks coming off the side of him, pretty much just like what you drew.
Okay.
So from the top of the vase is pretty much just like the letter I unknown. So pretty much just like a line with a circle at the middle of the line with an I in the middle. I mean that's pretty close. And then he's got 2 wings that come off the top left and right of him that are kind of like the forks, but not really. They look closer to wings. So they have the prongs, but they're not like you wouldn't be able to use this fork. It almost looks more like a comb.
I don't know what your combs look like, but it's what mine look like.
That is seriously not far off. It really isn't. That's pretty much it, honestly. He's weird but simple. So this is Sigilif.
Not as satanic as I wanted him to be.
Yeah, definitely not as satanic, but I mean, he could be. You could kind of see him as sort of like a cross, just from the forks that come off of him.
Okay.
Yeah,
see
a
what
little
you're working
bit.
with here.
Yeah. America.
You got a Pokemon named America?
We have the America bird.
What?
There's an America bird.
America?
America bird. Actually, you know what? We're not going to even take suggestions. We're going to draw the America bird. This Pokemon's name is Braviary, so you can already guess from the bird thing it's a flying type.
Don't worry, if it's American bird, I already know what it looks like.
So pretty much it looks like an eagle.
I got this.
You got this?
America bird.
America bird. Just know that it also looks like it has an Indian headdress on, so keep that in mind.
Even better.
Even better. Since you already seem to have an idea in mind, let me read you some of the Pokedex entries for this Pokemon.
Okay.
They're pretty fucking... It's pretty fucking American, if you ask me. They fight for their friends without any thought about danger to themselves. One can carry a car while flying.
Shit just got real.
Shit just got super real. The more scars they have, the more respect these brave soldiers of the sky get from their peers.
I'm liking it.
Yeah, for the sake of its friends, this brave warrior of the sky will not stop battling even if injured. America. Do you want to know something terrible about this bird, though? It was designed by a goddamn redcoat.
Motherfuckers.
Those motherfuckers. God damn it. Your bird is awesome.
It's gonna get better.
The TNT. Woo!
America bird.
America bird. That's America bird?
That's America bird.
Hell yeah.
Its wings are actually pistols.
That's American as fuck. Okay.
It's made of beer.
It's made of beer.
Mostly.
Mostly beer.
And bird.
Half beer, half bird. 100% America. So that's Braviary.
Well, that's pretty close.
That's actually, surprisingly enough, it's really close. Minus the whole beer TNT pistol thing.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's actually really fucking close. Okay, now we're actually going to go get a suggestion from Twitter.
Back to what we were doing.
Back to the real video. So this suggestion comes from NVPlays_ on Twitter. This Pokemon's name is Dragalge. So take a guess at the typing.
I want to say water dragon again, because I think of algae, I think of water dragon.
It does evolve from a water type,
Okay.
but it evolves into a dragon.
Okay.
It's a dragon poison type. First of its kind, actually. Pretty fucking cool, honestly. Do you know of the leafy sea dragon species?
Like a seahorse?
It's like a species of seahorse, yeah. It's based on that. Its body kind of looks like... America. Its body kind of looks like the number 2, actually.
Okay.
And then at the bottom of the 2 is like a piece of kelp.
I don't know what the fuck kelp looks like. Is it a leaf?
Yeah, it's kind of like a leaf, pretty much.
Well, we're gonna go Canadian on this.
Canadian. It wouldn't be far off, honestly.
That's not a very good maple leaf, but that's what it is.
Its back has like 3 sort of leaves coming off, but they're like really shitty leaves. And then from the sides, it's just got 2 longer leaves. I promise it's a lot cooler than I'm describing.
Sounds like a bunch of leaves. I think they don't. I think they might have just saw a bush, not a Pokemon.
I might be just looking at a picture of a bush. They're pretty long leaves, though. It's seriously not far off, which is kind of sad.
He's like, ta-da!
Then off the top of the two comes its head. It's got a skinny ass neck that leads into a head that kind of looks like a duck. Seriously, that's actually not far off, which is sad. He's very angry, by the way. He's very angry.
He's very angry.
He's fucking pissed. He's got a...
Furious.
He's got a sort of a leaf branch thing that comes off the very back of his head.
Is it a branch or a leaf?
It looks more like a branch than it does a leaf, but I guess it's technically a leaf, scientifically speaking.
Well, now he's got a branch coming out the back of his head.
Again, it's still really not that far off. That's really not far off. As kind of like a crest on his head that faces towards the back, he's got another bunch of leaves.
Who would have guessed?
Who would have fucking guessed?
More leaves, alright.
I promise it's a lot cooler than I can describe. I'd say there are about like 5 leaves. I think it's pretty much done. This is Dragalge. Again, not far off.
I'm pretty good at this.
You're really good. You should design Pokemon.
Just give me a beer and set me down some paper. I'm set.
Game Freak, get on it. I got a designer for you. Okay, so I don't know if this is a suggestion as much as it is just somebody replied to the tweet from @Krangles. This Pokemon's name is Gastrodon. Guess a type?
It's a Leopterodon. It's a Leopterodon.
Gastrodon? Poison.
Poison. No, he's a water ground type.
These motherfuckers and their names.
Yeah. Now he's actually got 2 forms, so I'm gonna make you draw both. That's why I picked this one, because it's interesting. They're sea slugs. We'll start with the west, because west coast. It looks like Flubber. He doesn't really have feet. He just has 2 or 4 pieces of his flesh that kind of protrude.
Am I drawing Ditto right now?
Essentially, start drawing a Ditto.
Okay.
That's actually the best way to start, honestly. But start from the bottom of Ditto. He's got like a hump that's supposed to be like a shell, I think. Not a shell, more like just his back, really. And then that has polka dots on it, and like 2 humps that come off the back of it.
2 humps off the hump?
2 humps off the hump, yeah. His head kind of looks like a dick, like a blob, almost. It's very circular, though. It's a very circular head.
Is it a blob or a dick? Because there's somewhat of a difference there.
It's somewhat of both. It's weird.
Blobby dick. All right.
Kind of like just like if you took like a water balloon and pinched it. That's its head. It technically has 3 eyes. It has like 2 on each side and 1 in the middle, almost like a 3rd eye. From each of the eyes, it like has a line that comes down and forms what looks like it, like makes the hump look like a shell, but it's not really a shell. It's so hard to describe. It's so fucking weird. Again, you're seriously not far off. And then from the sides of its head, it's got sort of like horns, looking nice. Okay, so that's the West Sea one. The East Sea one is pretty similar in terms of body structure, so do with that what you will, except trade out the 2 humps on the hump for like a fin.
I'm just drawing the same thing again, other than the fin. What else do I need to change before I go any further?
The line that comes off of its eyes do help form like a shell, even though it doesn't have a shell. Trade out the polka dot. It still has polka dots, but like less polka dots. And then a squiggly line under those polka dots. Again, seriously not far off. Okay, so then you trade out the horns for essentially what looks like pigtails blowing in the wind.
Pigtails or like hair
pigtails.
Okay.
Not like actual pigtails.
I'm just making sure, because I can draw some pigtails.
Those are pretty long pigtails. I think I should have described them better. Again, though, you're honestly not super far off. This is Gastrodon.
Okay, well, yeah.
I mean, they're not too far off. I really like the pigtails.
You said pigtails. I'll put some fucking bows in there. Hang on.
There's some, oh, so cute. EC Gastrodon, you are looking fabulous. Oh, that's nice. I like that.
There we go.
Oh, now he's super kawaii.
She or he or whatever is pretty.
She. This suggestion comes from It's J Lenny. This Pokemon's name is Cryo Gandalf, just from the name. If you could guess a type.
Bird.
No.
I don't know.
No.
I have no idea.
It's actually a pure ice type.
Okay.
It looks like a snowflake. It's almost like a snowflake cut in half, and then they tried to put it back together and hit a face block. It's really sad that you're not far off.
I'm telling you, like I could do this for a living.
He looks right now. He looks like one of the raisins from those old raisin commercials.
Hey, everybody!
So then he's got a sort of pseudo mouth, but not. It's pretty much just cut out of the snowflake, almost in a frowny design. And then from that little indent, He has a bunch of, like, frozen water drops that come out and make him look like he's crying out of his mouth for some reason. I don't know if he's drooling. Little frozen water balls, I think. Droplets, whatever.
Little
diamonds.
Yeah.
It works. And then, again, he does look very sad. Or he's angry. I don't know. It's hard to tell what emotion he's trying to convey because he's a fucking snowflake.
They aren't too good at emotions.
They're not very
Not yet.
Okay, so... This is Cryo Gandalf. A lot cooler than I can describe, but you're also not far off.
How are they even what are they doing?
That was an odd one.
What's going on?
This was from 5th gen. They were very experimental with that generation, so there's a lot of ones that people are like, before we get into this last suggestion. I don't have fingernails, so I can't really. Oh, I just dripped on my phone! No! This last suggestion comes from @SinisterSableye. This Pokemon's name is Volcanion. So this is a Pokemon that has yet to, I think, officially be released yet.
So do you even know what it looks like?
Yeah, I know what it looks like. We've seen screenshots and whatnot, so we know what he looks like. From the name Volcanion, if you could guess a type. Fire! Fire! That is half right. It's actually the first fire and water type. He's actually really fucking cool. Okay, so its body is pretty much a pistachio.
I gotcha.
Yeah, but it's not cracked. It's an uncracked pistachio. So then his head rests like on the lower part of the pistachio, and it's a cat head.
This name is very misleading so far.
Trust me, he's pretty cool looking, honestly. Just, again, I'm not very good at describing. It's a very badass looking cat head, though. He's got like a very masculine jawline, almost like the Crimson Chin, very angry eyes, of course, because I think he's a legendary, so he's very angry. Legendaries are always angry.
Right.
So then, from all four sides of the lower part of the pistachio, he's got these big ass fat legs that come off of him with 3 toes.
Wait, on
the lower part of the pistachio. The upper part of the pistachio we'll get to.
Okay.
Big and fat. Almost like a little kid wearing big-ass boots.
How many were there?
4. Fucking 3-toed freak. Why can't you have 5 toes like a... Wait, cats don't have 5 toes. Do they have 4 toes? How many toes do cats have?
They have their dew claws, right? It's 5.
It's 5? I think they technically have 5 toes.
I don't know.
Fucking freaks.
I'm not a toe expert. I couldn't tell you.
Okay, so then of course he's got the generic tail coming off his ass or whatever.
Where's his ass at? I don't know at this point.
I would assume on the other side of the head. Yeah, that works. Fuck it. And then like below the head, essentially what would be like his chest, titties, whatever, he's got like 2 diamond.
Okay.
Alright, so then sort of the top of the pistachio, but not. He has a ring that is like sort of like 2 arms that come up to do this from the sides of the pistachio, and it kind of looks like a donut almost.
Is it 2 arms or a ring?
It's 2 arms that come together to form a ring. So near the middle of the ring, he has like sort of like interlocking fingers or whatever, and they're like tube arms with like vents on the side of them. Has a lot to do with like steam is his thing apparently. Again, seriously, you're not far off, but this is Volcanion.
That's pretty close.
It's also really fucking badass too. I think he's really. A lot of people are like, I don't like the ring thing, but it's like those are arms that come together and shoot fucking boiling hot water at shit. Like that's awesome. But yeah, but there we go. So if you guys enjoyed whatever this was, then leave a like and be sure to leave a comment about which of Easton's renditions was your favorite. Do you want to say anything?
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I don't.
I actually run this channel.
I've had a whole 2.5 beers now. I'm pretty fucking drunk.
White girl wasted.
White girl wasted. Anyways, yeah, if you guys leave a like, all that shit, and I'll catch you in the next ones. Fucking stay bueno.